I'm at the gym. I thought I'd make a video of my beginning of my first block on banded deadlifts. We'll go through my cues using the equipped suit, so we'll see what happens. I've done some stallions on the band, just warming my hips up, so when I'm doing my sumo position, I'm ready to do so. So we'll see what happens. So I've got the bands on over the bar. That's what those bits when you trip over them are for. Again, just done some warm-ups, so I'm just going to do one more and then get into my suit. So now it's time to put on some weight. So I'm not yet in my suit 100% on my own as well. So still warming up, still gonna get deeper hopefully into this suit. I'm definitely getting fatter because it's getting tight again. Some of you guys remember it took about 6 people to get me into this originally was it last year or the year before? Last year, wasn't it? Last July. Anyway, shut up. So this is going to be 100. I hope. So that's 100. So the idea with the suit is to you get more weight, and it's actually a safer way of lifting slightly. Again, dangerous deadlifts are not dangerous. It's the way if you're doing them wrong is dangerous, but in order to lift more weight, the suit compresses me and helps me at the bottom of the lift, and in theory keeps everything intact inside. It's nice. So now I'm going to go for 120. So this is 120. Get my chunky legs out of the way. Strap's not on yet. So today's all for a double. Regarding deadlifts, I find weirdly it's like, for me, it's one of the ultimate stress relievers. Not that I feel overly stressed today, but after I do, it's like one of those things you think, why do I do this to myself? And then you're really chuffed that you do it. Selfish and really very primal thing. I think it's quite, it feels like an accomplishment. It's, I find it quite a manly thing to do. What's quite unusual for me because I'm not regarded as the most manliest of men, but yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy it, and I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. And over the last few years, 6 years or so, it's really jumped up. I think I remember the days where this used to be a run rep max about 4 or 5 years ago, and today I'm got 140 with band tension on as well. So again, you can never rush this. You can't even rush doing this session because it's going to probably take me an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, including accessories. So next up 140. Got it. So let's just check my plate mass is right. The bar's 20, red one is 25, so double that up is 50. Then that's a 20, so that will be 70, 80, 90, 110. Then the third plate's another 20. I double that up, it's 150 and 160 kilos. Plus I don't know what the band tension is, so we'll give this a go and then gonna throw on a belt now.
So this is gonna be 160, I'm getting past the point that bend down, so this is probably the most I can do, belts on. So let's see if we can get 160. The music's gonna probably get louder and louder, so let's see what happens.
So you probably think every time I'm setting up is, Steve, hurry the hell up. This is my foot, obviously it's my hand. With my feet, I'm just externally rotating, and imagine my index finger is my big toe. I'm really trying to grip the ground. I kind of work from bottom to top, so that's what I'm doing with my feet, really trying to root into the ground. Make sure my groin is at the middle of the bar. I know that sounds silly, but then you know you're central, so you're not gonna misload it. Fingers and hands, so for me, I'm aiming for shoulder width apart, so where the smooth bit of the knurling is on the barbell and the rough bit of the knurling, so that's the bit that's rough, designed to obviously keep grip. It fits in between those fingers. I'm really trying to keep my shins perpendicular and lats tight, looking at the light, and hope for the best. I feel like on the first rep, I keep forgetting that the bands are on the bar. And in the second rep, my brain goes, yes, there's bands connected to the bar, Steve, lift it faster. Hence the purpose of this exercise. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a rest now because it's getting nearer to top end for me. I have never done this for a heavy double, so we'll see. So next up is 180.
Mm.
180. So I've got 205 kilos on the bar with the bands, so it'd be interesting to know what the bands are so I know what sort of tension I've got at the top of the movement. Straps are going to go on this time just so I'm nice and tight in the suit. The suit's going to then help me more, so the heavier it gets, the bigger rest I have. So I don't feel with this, I think you can overshoot the rest, not overshoot, but go too quickly, and you can actually take too much time, so actually you're too rested to actually do the lift. So I would probably say about another 2 to 3 minutes, maybe up to 5 minutes now when I get heavy. Difference between now, I consider this sort of time off season, but if I was getting ready for strongman specifically, what I've done a few now, is that's when I'd actually take my rests and make sure that I stay with them a bit more in the time frame I'm allowed. So it might be then 2 minutes, and the idea behind that is to actually obviously improve your fitness, because when you're doing strongman, you can't just be strong, you have to try and be an all-rounder, so your cardiovascular fitness has to match your strength levels. Because I'm just primarily working on my strength at the moment, the rest periods, yes, they are important to a degree, but actually the lift means more to me, so having an extra minute or so is what I'm aiming for. So again, my sumo deadlift PB is 240 kilos. I would like to try, hopefully on Christmas Eve, is to do 250. So this is 205 with band tension, got quite a bit of time still, so it's looking good, but let's not get overexcited. 205. We got it. Let's go! Yeah. Oh, I think I did single. So that wraps up my deadlift session. Quite pleased with that. 220 with the bands. Be interesting to know what the top weight is with the bands. So yeah, it was a bit ugly. And one of the other bits of advice is when it's a grinding one, it's really important to stick to it, because the grinding ones, as long as the form is relatively good, they're the ones that are going to make you stronger. They're the ones that are going to let your central nervous system know what that kind of weight and tonnage feels like. Because I think a common mistake is when people get it mid-shin, something like that, you're very tempted to let it go, and that's part of the fight. And that's, you don't need to do that every week. That's what I'm not selling here, is every now and again, so it can be once a month to 6 weeks. If you're doing that, actually, over a period of a year to 2 years, you're probably going to gain some sort of strength. So I don't want people to misinterpret it as that's what you do every single week. Next week, you'll see me do 4 reps, so it'll be slightly less. Working hard, but obviously not to my peak. So that's it, really. So I hope you stay safe. If you need one of us, just give us a shout, and take care.